It is your boy, Grandmaster Black Ronin, back on that again with another fire video for y'all's out here today. There, y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. But y'all, guys, I had seen on one of my recent videos. I did not think that this was gonna be like. I mean, even though it didn't really like pop off like that. I mean, still, I'm pretty happy that I was able to reach a lot of people and a lot of people actually related to what I was talking about. I was not expecting that. But one of my recent videos, I was talking about top three things that most people get wrong about us light-skinned mulatto dudes out here. And 14 straight likes, no dislikes. And everybody in the comments are like, bro, 100% like agreed. I was like, damn, I'm going to start speaking a little bit more on these. Like, keep in mind, I do kind of mix it up a little bit on my channel in terms of topics, but I'm going to start talking more about these because I didn't realize how much people were able to relate to that. So I got another one here to talk about, and I got to talk about the dangers of becoming a attractive light-skinned mulatto man out here in America. Now, I can't speak for worldwide, but out here in America, oh yeah, I can definitely speak for this. And the reason why I want to make this video today is because it's a lot of people, especially in my generation, young people in their 20s and younger on this self-improvement journey. And as great as it is great. Every man should want to improve themselves. Like, the world would generally be a better place if everybody constantly, excuse the background noise, people roller skating and shit outside. I'm like, bro, it's literally 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. But anyway, so, back to what I was saying, like, the world would be a better place if people just, do what they need to do. Like, if you, like, don't let other people get to you and just keep on pursuing, what you need to get done, like, improve yourself. You don't like your life, improve it, like, don't get me wrong, it's not going to happen overnight, but unfortunately, a lot of us Americans, and this is really about programming, because we move such a fast pace here in our society, everything's really expected to be done and be mastered super quickly, when really a lot of things really do take time to get to a certain level. It takes time. You can't rush these things. But guys, in this self-improvement journey, especially as a light-skinned mulatto dude, y'all know I don't really bring race and stuff up like that on this channel, but when I listen to other attractive men, whenever they like tell their side of the story and their lifestyle, then the things that they hear from people and seeing their encounters, I relate to it, but I don't hear them talk about some of the things that I talk about, and to my degree. And this is why I feel it can be pretty dangerous as you're becoming more attractive and improving yourself as a light-skinned mulatto black man out here in America. Now, here's why I say this. So first thing, I ain't gonna lie, guys. When you start to become more attractive as a light-skinned mulatto guy, first thing you're gonna feel, guys, when you walk outside, it's some days, dude, like, guys, I just go to the grocery store and I feel like a bitch, guys. I really do. Like, and it's not like a bad way. It's like, I'm saying that, like, I kind of feel like a woman low key, because like the amount of dudes that just catcall you is crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. And I'm just sitting back and I'm just like, ain't no way, bro. Is this it's really that many DL dudes, really that many like alphabet community dudes? And I'm not hating on you guys, but I'm just like, is that all the attention I'm getting? Like, really? Like, and then on top of that, if you think you're gonna do all this work and improve yourself, you think dating's gonna get easier? No. In fact, bumming it out actually gets you more play nowadays here in America. Now, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but here in America, if you're improving yourself as a man, it honestly kind of works against you in terms of dating. I'm not saying like you like. I'll put it to you like this: if you're looking for long term, it's so much tougher when you're attractive, when you start to become more attractive. But long term and you're chopped, oh bro, like marriage material to a lot of women. And it's just less pressure, bro. It's like which I'm not even trying to compete with anybody. That's the crazy part. But a lot of people just have a very competing mindset. I'm not worried about the next person. Like, I'm not worried about how good this person is, how good the next person is. I'm worried about myself. I'm going to do the best I can. And that's that. If it works out, it works out. That's my type of mindset. But just be aware, guys, when you do start to improve yourself and work on your looks as a attractive dude, you're not really going to get much. Well, you're going to get attention from women, but it's going to be a lot of short term, a lot of time. And on top of that, dating apps isn't really on your side. You need to be cold approaching. You need to be actually putting yourself out there. And you're going to have to, in my opinion, the best range you should mess with it. No, I don't want to say mess with, but, I would say talk to and, really deal with older. Make sure she is over 35, early 40s. That's the best that I typically like to deal with in terms of woman. Fit in the gym, takes care of herself. By that time, she's just more fun and just awesome to deal with. I'm not saying my generation isn't, but it's just like my generation's so weird. It's like everybody's on their phones. They're just so full of just so much social in their head anxiety about things they just shouldn't even be worried about. And yeah, too much internet, I would say. Yeah, like which it shouldn't even be messing with people, but it's like, bro, just get outside, talk with people, hit the gym, healthy habits. You're gonna be so far ahead of many people. But why do I said and brought up the LGBT alphabet community? Because listen, when you become more attractive and you're hitting the gym as a light-skinned dude, you have to understand. See, you're not like any other dude. And in case you didn't notice, people of color, us black people here, we got the highest, sexual drive out of any race on the planet. Look it up. Our genetics is crazy. But even though you don't necessarily have like the full on, crazy genetics, like let's say your fellow Nigerian, although there are light skinned Nigerians out there, full blooded, but but let's be honest, in America, we're pretty mixed up. So your genetics is a bit different. So you're going to have a higher testosterone level than the average white dude walking around, but slightly lower than like a full on Nigerian or, like a lot of dark skinned brothers out here walking around. Like I seen it, guys. They put on muscle so quick. Now we can put on muscle quick too, but not as fast as a lot of them guys. And even when you look on TV and just looking around, you don't see a lot of super, super gigantic, like out of this world, big guys who are light skinned like that. You just don't really see it. Our genetics is like right in a sweet spot. It's like, it's not too big, but it's not too small. And that's not to say white dudes don't get big and jacked, but like our African genetics is pretty crazy. So we get a little bit of that, plus a little bit of these other genetics that we don't know much about. So it's like, bro, like, so with the black gene, your sexual drive is gonna be through the fucking roof when you hit that gym. And with that said, a lot of dudes out here don't have any sexual discipline, no type of semen retention, none of that stuff. So if you got a bunch of femboys coming after you, you got the transgenders coming after you, Transformers 1, Transformers 2, and that's all that, you're really noticing. And then when you try to go get a girl, she's in her head and insecure because she's thinking, oh man, I got to compete with this dude. And she'll just reject you for that. Now you can still pull women, but guess what? It's still going to be a lot harder to keep them. And guess what? What's jumping in that motherfucking dating app, which I don't even fuck with dating apps no more. And it is the alphabet community. And if you have no sexual discipline, which a lot of guys are struggling with that right now, you're probably going to be banging these people. That ain't finna be me. Now, thank God, I got some discipline on that stuff, like it really just come down to your habits, just like having a future to look forward to, like, I don't know. I just feel like certain people can handle, like their stuff, sexual stuff, they can have some retention and able to control that. Some people just struggling, they'll go bang anything, be like, God, that don't really count. It's a lot of dudes that be out there thinking like that. So you don't want to be like that. But that's how it is. So if you expecting like the movies, a bunch of women and stuff coming your way as a attractive dude, not to say you're not going to get them. I will say as a attractive dude, you're definitely going to get a lot more higher quality women over time. But best believe a lot of time, if a woman do approach you, it's not going to be the type of woman that you want. And on top of that, with the woman that you do get, you're going to have to, it's going to take quite a few shots, if you're going after them, because like you have to understand, as a light skinned mulatto dude, you're very rare. Then on top of that, there's so much perceptions already of us, and then a lot of people automatically think that you're attractive walking around. So then you improve yourself even more. That's low key. That's 2 points up even more than an average attractive man. So you're really up there, and yeah, guys, it's just be aware as you're becoming more attractive, it can get dangerous. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you're pretty reckless on the sexual end, you might turn out on the other team. I don't know. Like, especially from my experience looking around and just walking around, seeing how flamboyant a lot of dudes get. Like, when I just walking through the grocery store, even at the workplace, I've been getting more muscle and shit on me. I'm just like, bro, like, ugh, I don't like this shit. That's one biggest drawback to when you becoming a more attractive dude in general. It's just, but especially for us light skinned guys, it's just the alphabet community. That's the main ones coming our way. And then on top of that, another danger. You can't just show up anywhere as a attractive dude in any space, especially if you're light skinned, because you have to understand you fall into a category where I was saying this in my old video, but if you do happen to get with a woman, have children and stuff, whether it be a white woman, if you're light skinned enough, that child is going to come out very white passing and might honestly still look just like a normal white person, and you wouldn't even know it. So you got a lot of them out there. Or your child will come out, still you can tell that they got more black in them. So, he's going to be accepted more by the black community. But then it comes that jealousy that you're going to get, over time, it's crazy, So either way, you can't just show up anywhere. And I feel like the best environments for us, we really do have to travel. And I would say go somewhere that there's a lot of other attractive people. So all different races and stuff. And just people who are active, they hit the gym. That's why I'm looking at Colorado. Denver is on my bucket list. I got to go visit there, see how I like it. I got a lot of attention when I was getting off the airport because I had a layover flight when I was coming back from Vegas to back over here to Texas. And I said, yeah, I got to go to Denver next. So Denver is on the list. I just got to go somewhere where it's a lot of active people, people take care of themselves, not with a bunch of slobs and just like, no offense, but it's just like, bro, it's like when it's too many of y'all, it's just like y'all be in y'all head too much and y'all be getting so jealous. And I'm just like, bro, like you can do the same thing too. You can hit the gym just like me. And then when you do get to the level I'm at, you're going to be like, dang, man, it's like, I understand where he's coming from, like it's a night and day difference, like compared to when you used to be and where you are now. Like that's a big difference. So environment plays a big role. I would say try to go somewhere where I'm not going to say people are used to seeing you, but if you're there, people already know, yeah, okay, cool. It's not like a big major threat. It's like, oh shit, a light skinned dude walking up in here. Fuck. We're all fucked, like, no, it's like you want to go somewhere and be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, he's new in town. But yeah, like they're used to seeing people like us, like they're used to different experiences with us. Like go somewhere that's very multicultural and you are, like loved, honestly. I'm not going to say love, but like when people see you come by, it's a lot more cheering, like it's, yeah. That's why I would say travel is a big one. I'm even looking at outside the country. You know, South Africa is on my bucket list. Australia, that's another one. So yeah, if you're an attractive light skinned mulatto dude, travel and get out of your toxic city as fast as possible. That's where I'm working on right now. I can't wait to get out of here. I'm originally from Florida, and a lot of people be like, "Oh, why don't you go back to Florida?" Listen, nah, I'm good on Florida. I hate the weather, but I love the women though. Women are beautiful over there, very very beautiful women. But nah, I gotta go somewhere different. But Colorado might be on my list. You know, they're very fit, and everybody I talk to, nothing but good positive vibes over there. So that's probably my big on my bucket list. So you gotta travel. If not, you're gonna be around so many insecure people, and insecure people does not equal a good ending for a lot of people, because when these people snap and lose their mind, you don't know what the heck could come out. And in America, people are quick to pull a trigger in a heartbeat. So be very, very cautious around a lot of these people. And then another thing too, I gotta mention why it can be dangerous, you know, on this type of journey, becoming more handsome and, you know, more selective. You have to understand, automatically you're gonna get a lot more hate. Like just a lot more. And like from everybody. Like it's really insane to me, you know, like how in like just people in their feelings is just gonna get when you just come around. I'm just like, bro, like it's not that serious. You can do the same thing I'm doing, but you're just lazy, you know. You're not willing to take the patience, take the time, but this is the result of our, unfortunately, America that we're at right now. Very, very insecure society. And but I would say, just as a man in general, you got to travel and move around. You can't just be around the same BS around all the time. You can't. And especially if you're improving yourself, better habits, you got to change your mindset, everything, you know. But yeah, guys, that's really I want to make today. And oh yeah, going back one more thing too before I wrap this up, in terms of kids, because it's a lot of people who like really really want biracial kids and stuff, or light skinned kids, and it's just like, you can, but like I said, you got to be in an environment where like it's really looked up upon, you know, like it's cheered on, versus like Australia loves that, you know. The many parts of Europe, you're very loved for, like, you get a lot of love if you're a mulatto man or like mulatto person. You get a lot of love. But in America, it's like you're just seen as a threat, and it's like heavy competition, and it's just like, yeah, like you just anger a lot of people, you know. So just be aware of that. You know, you really have to play around with your surroundings a lot. Although you can walk around and still kick it with kind of anybody, but just be aware, you know, you're going to get hate from all different people, men and women. Yeah, it's insane. So just be aware of that. That is why I say, yeah, it can be a little dangerous. And if you're not ready for this, it could break some of y'all. But a lot of us are very, very strong. So I definitely know for a fact a lot of you guys can handle it. So get on that fitness journey, improve yourselves. But yeah, I just wanted to share this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? And I'll be catching you guys on the next one.